Right, so I always get people asking me, how do you come up with so much content? Stefan, you got crazy content, so much content. Now, content is really important these days because content is how people get value and how they buy. So if you're a real estate investor, you're raising money, your investors want content. They want to be educated before they buy. And typically, the more complex the thing you sell, the more complex the item you sell is, the more content, the more education you need to put out to be able to educate someone to buy. Selling has changed over the years. You know, it used to be, in the 60s, 70s, 80s, the 50s, totally different process than today. Today, it's not buyer beware anymore, it's seller beware. And with buyer beware, seller beware, things are different now because what you have to do is educate the buyers. Educate, 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 educate. And when you give, educate, that's when people buy. So how do you come up with the education and the content to train people on? Now, I used to work for a guy, he was the biggest brand in Canada for real estate education at the time, and he was doing millions and millions of dollars of business. His marketing plan was give out more free education to the market than anybody else. Great strategy. And that company was the 40th fastest growing company in Canada, which is tremendous. You know, in a country of 35 million people, he's the 40th fastest growing guy. That's amazing. And I took what he did, I took what I learned from him and started coming out with my own content. So what happened with the content? I would go to seminars, I'd read books, I'd hear something, get something, and when I started, I put it up on my blog. So I'd go to a seminar, take notes, then I'd take my seminar notes, make that into a blog. Then the blog turned into a book. Then the book turned into a coaching program, and the coaching program turned into a course, and now the course has turned into a curriculum, and on and on and on and on. And that all started with taking content and repurposing it, hearing things, learning things, mind feeding every day, listening to something every day, listen to a podcast, listen to an audio book, read the book, get that in your mind, and as soon as you get in your mind, go out and make some content right away. It's one of the best tricks for content marketing, creating content, getting people excited. Put it in your brain with mind feeding, either an audible book, or maybe it's gonna be reading a book or going to a seminar. As soon as you got it, make notes, boom, generate the content. So that's the process for getting a big flow of content. And if you're always reading, if you have a rich mind, your rich mind will make your pocket rich. So make sure you're feeding your mind just like you feed your body. Feed your body good stuff. Don't just feed it pizza all day. I have too much pizza. I love pizza. You might like wine. Wine's good, but look, you gotta feed yourself some fruits, some vegetables, some really healthy, nourishing stuff. Put that in your brain, get it out on the page, and then take it and put that content out there. I'm Stefan Aarnio. How do you create content? Put something down in the comments. I want to read about how you're creating content.